setting up our aggregate demand and aggregate supply model in a recession or with unemployment and aggregate demand decreasing. So we have our long-run aggregate supply, our price level, our full employment or long-run equilibrium of how much GDP we could make if everyone was working. Now in a recession we have short-run supply and we have aggregate demand. They're going to cross to the left of full employment equilibrium. So that means that we're producing to the left of full employment or in a recession, and we have a recessionary gap right here. So that's our recessionary gap. So if we could make 21 trillion, we're not quite there because people aren't working. However, sometimes, like the Great Depression, things could get worse. So if things are going to get worse, that is going to be something negative happening with Sig X. So our aggregate spending model decreases. Either our consumption, investment is down because of interest rates or things like that. The government cuts its budget. All of a sudden imports exceed exports. So if something decreases there, it's going to make aggregate demand decrease. So if aggregate demand is decreasing, remember we shift to the left. And we go from AD to AD1. So we need our arrow to show our shift. Now where it crosses right here, we're in a new short-run equilibrium. So make our dots over, see that that's going to make prices drop even more. That's going to make us go from Y to Y1. So I have my three arrows and my storyline. So what happens is aggregate demand is going to decrease, and that's going to lead to GDP decreasing. Therefore, unemployment is actually going to increase. Price levels, over here I can see that they drop. Therefore, inflation is going to keep dropping. Now, if prices get too low in the economy, people who are making this stuff over here, they're going to end up in even worse shape because they won't make enough money to cover their costs. And then this is how we end up in a depression. Not a common graph, but if you come across it, that's what happens when we're in a recession and things get a little bit worse. Hopefully later we can get some fiscal policy to alleviate that and see if it works out.